Hello and welcome. I'm doing a summary of the summer of 2019 and how many steps backward I took in my weight and health and wellness and everything. And I do a little bit of a babble on keto in here, and it is a bit long-winded, so I apologize for that, but I'm putting it out there just in case my experience might help someone else feel not so perhaps on their own. Okay, gonna wing it. Monday, October the 7th, 2019. And I've rented a little space. Somebody wants to already talk to me about something. I've rented a little office space just for a couple of days to be able to do some recording, hopefully, because the home office situation has proven to be just a little too much. Too many people in the house constantly, and never, and people who like to just hang out and sit in the kitchen for hours. So I'm sort of, in a way, just having to leave my own space to find some space, which is a little sad. So anyway, I might move upstairs. She wants. Okay, so I posted a video, I'm thinking not last winter, but the winter before, about embarking on the ketogenic diet. Well, I mean, first I did like 3 weeks of military. But I hit a plateau, and so after that, I think I lost 6 pounds, and then I hit a plateau, which is totally typical now that I understand how the metabolism works with insulin and carbohydrates and everything. That basically, if you're eating, more than just teensy amount of carbs, you will not lose an ounce. Like, you just won't. I mean, you'll lose a few pounds, and then you're going to hit a plateau, and then your metabolism will go down, and you'll become frustrated, and then you'll put it all back on. As soon as you actually, and more so because you'll have lowered your metabolism to a point that it can't. You've lowered your set point, so then you have to eat like a bird for the rest of your life just not to gain weight. So yes. There was a better way, as I found, and that was it's getting rid of the carbohydrates and limiting them as much as possible. So that was, and I'm a former ICU nurse, so I'm not like willy-nilly, like I'm all about the science actually, and I research things really well. So I came across the work of Dr. Jason Fung and various, there's other doctors, of course, speaking on this topic on YouTube. And considering that I spent, pretty much a year and a half struggling with my mood and my energy after that I had a tragic loss of 2 friends, and it was tough to recover. So I spent a lot of time actually just downtime for the first time in 20 some odd years, actually resting and researching. So Dr. Jason Fung's work, if you want to get into it, it's long, it's detailed. All the science is there, the charts are there, the numbers, everything, if you're a skeptic about this sort of thing. He is a nephrologist, which is a kidney doctor. So he is a specialist in dealing with the functional unit of the kidney, the nephron, hence nephrologist. Anyway, so kidney doctors do see a lot of diabetics just because diabetes destroys organs such as, the kidney, your eyesight, nerves, because of the impact of the damage to cells that all the excess sugar and metabolites causes, basically. So he's seen a lot of this, and has a lot of stories and evidence and cases of being able to reduce and or eliminate type 2 diabetes by diet and by cutting out the carbohydrates. So he did a great talk, actually. If you want to know more about that and you want to have some proof, I keep it stored on my phone, actually, because when I'm driving, sometimes just to get in tune with the science more fully. Okay, it's called The Roots of the Obesity Epidemic by Dr. Jason Fung, and it's on YouTube, and it is 52 minutes long, and it covers the whole history of how we kind of got into this mess. Back in the 50s and 60s, carbohydrates were known to be fattening, and they were even referred to as fattening carbohydrates. When the epidemic of heart disease and heart attack struck in the 50s and 60s, the obvious culprit was the direct correlation of tobacco use. However, the tobacco voice at the time, successfully denied that, and so they looked for another culprit, and then they decided it was going to be dietary fat. In spite of the fact that we've been eating dietary fat for hundreds of years and didn't have this all of a sudden, epidemic of heart disease. So that was correlated, and then fattening carbohydrates became healthy whole grains. Now, interestingly enough, you'll see ever since that was the case, that the obesity and diabetes and other chronic inflammatory have just taken off in correlation to the war on dietary fat and the replacement with a diet where they recommend around 65% carbohydrate. So this is making a short story really, really long, and fair enough. Maybe I should do a different update video on life in general, but I have successfully lost weight many times. My biggest weight loss would have been, I'm thinking, in the range of about 30 pounds tends to be. And 2 winters ago, I lost 25 following the keto plan. And because my weight had crept up over years, and so I was 40 pounds above my baseline normal for me post 2 children weight. And last winter I actually got to within 8 pounds of my goal weight, and always through keto. So, okay. The summer for me is a bad time. I find it chaotic. There's too much socializing, too many barbecues, too much beer by the pool or a glass of wine on the dock, all these sort of associations. So as much as I can't stand the cold winter weather and falling on ice and all these other lovely things that come along with it, I do tend to become more fit, and I lose weight in the winter. So I'm a bit opposite, I guess, of the standard in that sense. I put on weight in the summer and I lose it in the winter. So I remember last year I had gone up 12. So I still had a net loss overall, but I hadn't, I started to approach the goal weight throughout the winter, and then the summer I gained the 12. So last October, so a year ago, I went on a strict keto 30-day plan, which included 0 alcohol, right? I mean, because strict, it was like I'm doing strict keto. And again, I started to feel better overall, energy-wise, and I lost actually easily without starving and feeling deprived 8 pounds in 22 days. So I'm just again looking for the mojo now that fall is here to begin another shedding of the summer damage, which this summer I am up, well, let's see, because I got to within 8 pounds. So oh, wow. Anyway, so so it looks like I'm up by 19.6 at the moment. So that's, yeah. I mean, I used to call it my summer 20. The thing was I used to lose it. You'd lose 20 in the winter and gain it back in the summer. But so I'm actually pretty well almost done a summer 20. Well, about 7 pounds of that has been in like the last month. Yeah, I ate a lot of sandwiches, and I even had some pastries, and it's amazing. It goes straight on me. So I'm still down, by about 13, from what I was. But got to get to that. I got to get back on track. So I'm glad that the summer is over, and I'll be moving back into the keto lifestyle. And so for this week, today I'm doing a 24-hour fast. So I'm planning to have breakfast at about 4 o'clock today, and that will be a full 24 hours that I've been fasting. And I've been eating a lot of carb stuff, and like bread. Bread is like seems to be one of the worst for me anyway. Sugar. I did a road trip, and there was some sugar involved, and lots of sandwiches. My stomach has been really bad, bloating, gas, weird cramping, and so I'm going to see how we do. Me, myself, I, and all the members of the inner assembly that try and get me to do other stuff that I shouldn't do. It's with that anyway. I am going to check back in tomorrow, and let's see. I will say that I'm going to eat today in a 23-1, well 24, and then I'll have something today between 4 and 5, and then I will embark to do another 24-hour fast tomorrow. So on Saturday night, there was some alcohol involved, although it didn't actually get to the point of being, drunkenness or anything like that. But there was a birthday party that I was at, and so there was a little bit of alcohol going on, and it's just amazing how much energy it sapped. And I can't seem to these late night things. Can't do it anymore. So I was up until 2, and then I was awake by 7:30 and on the road all day, taking care of some responsibilities. And by the end of the day, I think I went to bed about 6 o'clock, and slept till 11. Then I was up till about 2, and then slept straight through again. Felt like crap this morning, like absolute crap. Not as bad as like a hangover crap, but just crap. And but I got up and did my small. I'm doing a free trial of this app called Fabulous, where you set one simple goal, and it was like they want me to drink a glass of water as soon as I wake up. So I've been doing that now. So I did that. Then my second part of my daily routine is walk the dog. So I did that. And beyond that, I also did get on my Max Trainer, which is like a combination of, like, it's a cross between a Stairmaster and elliptical. And I feel that. This morning I felt like such shit that I didn't even, I was like, can I even like do this, or am I going to like pass out or something? So I took it easy, but I did get through 14 minutes. And I noticed I also developed a headache during that time, near the end. And then from there, I went and, just got myself, ready for the day, and the headache was slowly subsiding, and my energy level is actually better now, post little mini workout there for 14 minutes. So that's all for now, and I will check in tomorrow. Thank you.